Many have overlooked old photos in junk shops. But in 2010, Randy Garo unearthed a photo in Fresno that, upon closer inspection, seemed to capture the notorious outlaw, Billy the Kid, infamous for his Old West escapades. What if we find more shocking things in unexpected places, like the strange pillar that showed up in the Utah desert? Let's explore these mysteries and see what secrets are still out there, hidden away. Billy the Kid. Is that you? If the photo was real, it could be worth a lot of money. At first, people didn't believe Randy when he said the photo might show Billy the Kid. To prove it, he started a long and hard journey, working with history experts, doing a lot of research, and even using modern facial recognition technology. Finally, the experts confirmed that the photo was real. It was taken in 1878 and showed Billy the Kid with his gang, the Regulators, playing croquet. This was a huge find because only a few real photos of Billy the Kid exist. One other photo of him was sold for $2.3 million at an auction in 2011. But the story gets even more interesting. In November 2020, in the middle of the Utah desert, something strange caught everyone's attention. During a routine helicopter survey of bighorn sheep, the Utah Department of Public Safety discovered a metallic monolith. Standing 10 to 12 feet tall, it was made of stainless steel or aluminum and seemed completely out of place in the empty desert. People immediately started guessing what it was. Some thought it was an art piece inspired by science fiction movies, while others imagined it was linked to aliens or secret government projects. Even though many now believe it was an art installation by an unknown group, the monolith and its copies that appeared around the world continued to fascinate people and make them wonder about its purpose. In 2019, another surprising discovery happened in Alaska's Denali region. A team led by Carl Tappe from the University of Alaska Fairbanks was studying the area after a big earthquake. They placed hundreds of seismometers along the fault line to track aftershocks and found something unusual. There was an area where seismic waves slowed down a lot. This led scientists to think there might be a large magma reservoir about 7 miles underground, beneath Denali, North America's highest peak. This area, called the Denali Volcanic Gap, doesn't have visible volcanoes, even though the conditions suggest there should be volcanic activity. This discovery gave scientists new insight into the hidden geological forces shaping the region. Around the same time, scientists at the Chinese Academy of Sciences made an unexpected discovery. They accidentally created the world's smallest and tightest knot. This tiny structure, made of just 54 atoms, looks like a 3-leaf clover with loops. It happened during a chemical experiment meant to link carbon structures to gold, but a gold chain formed this intricate knot instead. This knot isn't just a curiosity. It helps scientists understand complex molecular structures, like those found in DNA and proteins. This knowledge could lead to new materials like advanced polymers and plastics. In 2020, construction workers in Guildford, England, found something surprising while working near a railroad track. They uncovered a cave that turned out to be a medieval shrine from the 14th century. Inside the cave, which varied in height from 11 to 27 feet, were carvings that showed it was used for religious purposes. The cave was connected to the ruins of the Chapel of St. Catherine. It had soot and charcoal marks, signs of old lamps and fires, and the roof had carved initials and decorations. That same year, coal miners in Ula, North Dakota, made an incredible find at the Freedom Mine. They discovered a well-preserved mammoth tusk 40 feet below the surface. A shovel operator noticed something white while loading dirt onto a truck, and they stopped work immediately. Experts were called in, and they found a 7-foot-long tusk weighing about 50 pounds. Along with the tusk, they uncovered over 20 other bones, making it one of the most complete mammoth skeletons found in the state. But the story doesn't end there. In 2021, electrical workers in Monmouthshire, Wales, found something amazing while digging for a new power line. They discovered a medieval tunnel system near Tintern Abbey, a Gothic monastery built in 1131. The tunnels, about 4 feet tall, ran alongside Angie Brook. No one knows exactly what they were used for, but they might be connected to the abbey or nearby ironworks. CADW, the Welsh government's Historic Environment Service, was brought in to investigate further. These studies could take years to uncover the full story behind the tunnels. Just when you think we've found everything, we discover more wonders that could change our future. The creation and impact of Farak. David Stone, a doctoral student, was working with waste steel dust when he discovered a groundbreaking material called ferrac. Made mostly of iron-rich ferrous rock, ferrac is incredibly strong and offers big environmental benefits. It's made of 95% recycled materials, like steel dust and glass. Ferric not only has great strength, but also helps absorb CO2, making it good for the environment. When the iron in the steel dust reacts with carbon dioxide, it forms iron carbonate, which makes ferrac even stronger. Traditional concrete causes about 8% of global CO2 emissions, but it could change that by reducing the construction industry's carbon footprint. Using industrial waste to make ferrac also helps solve waste disposal problems, turning potential hazards into useful materials. But here's the catch. It is still in development, so we can only hope that one day our cities will be built with this greener, stronger material. In Belgium, a farmer accidentally changed the border between Belgium and France. He moved a 200-year-old stone, originally placed after the Treaty of Kortrijk in 1819, to make room for his tractor. This small move of 7.5 feet seemed minor, but effectively expanded Belgium and shrank France. A local history fan noticed the change, leading to a playful exchange between the mayors of the affected villages, Erquelines in Belgium and Buzigny-sur-Roc in France. David Lavo, the mayor of Erquelines, jokingly celebrated his village's expansion, while Aurélie Vonik from Buzigny-sur-Roc was sure they could resolve the issue amicably. The farmer was asked to put the stone back to avoid any diplomatic problems, showing how even small actions in rural Europe can have big historical impacts. Meanwhile, in the Czech Republic, a woman on a walk found something amazing. She saw a broken ceramic pot sticking out of the ground, filled with over 2,150 medieval silver coins, called denarii. Experts from the Academy of Sciences of the Czech Republic quickly saw this as a major historical discovery, like winning the lottery. The coins from the early 12th century show the political conflicts of the Přemyslid dynasty in Prague. Made of a silver alloy with traces of other metals, these coins reveal the sophisticated trade networks of the time. Plans are in place to clean, register, and catalog each coin, aiming to display this significant find in the Czech Silver Museum in Kutná Hora by 2025. This treasure gives us a glimpse into the past and the rich history of medieval Prague. In 2018, Morgan Cox, a student from Curtin University in Australia, was examining core samples from the Woodley crater in Western Australia. This crater is known for being one of the largest impact craters on Earth. While studying the samples, Morgan found rhodite, one of the rarest minerals on the planet. Rhodite forms under the extreme conditions of a meteorite strike, where common minerals like zircon turn into this much rarer form. Before Morgan's discovery, rhodite had only been found in a few places worldwide, making her find extremely significant for science. Morgan's discovery adds an exciting chapter to the study of impact craters. It shows the unique conditions they create, leading to the formation of extraordinary geological materials not found in typical settings. Her work helps scientists understand what happens during massive impacts and how materials transform. The discovery of rhodite at the Woodley crater highlights the crater's scientific importance and adds to broader geological research, offering insights into other craters around the world. But this wasn't the only surprising discovery. In 2005, Bill Shipp, a beginner fossil collector, made an accidental but groundbreaking find on his property near the Judith River Formation in Montana. He stumbled upon a large fossilized bone sticking out of the ground. Realizing its potential importance, he quickly called experts to check it out. This fossil turned out to be a well-preserved leg bone from a previously unknown species of horned dinosaur. This new dinosaur species was named Spia shorum in honor of Shipp. Led by paleontologist Jordan Mallon from the Canadian Museum of Nature, researchers found that Spia shorum was part of the Ceratopsidae family, closely related to the famous Triceratops. They estimated that it lived around 76 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. Spia shorum measured about 15 feet long and weighed up to 4 tons. The discovery of Spia shorum is remarkable because it shows the potential for significant fossil finds in relatively unexplored areas. It also highlights the importance of amateur enthusiasts in paleontology, whose keen observations can lead to discoveries that professional scientists might miss. This find not only adds to our understanding of dinosaur biodiversity, but also gives us a richer picture of the ecosystem that existed in North America millions of years ago. In 2015, Garan was hiking in the Holkol region of central southern Norway when he noticed something sticking out from under some heavy rocks. When he looked closer, he realized it was a sword. This wasn't just any sword. It was a Viking sword from around 750 to 800 AD, making it over 1,200 years old. Made from refined wrought iron, the sword is double-edged and about 30 inches long. Even though the sword is very old, it was in great condition. Experts say this is because of the cold, dry climate of the Holkol Mountains. The snow and frost cover the area for about 6 months each year, helping to prevent rust and deterioration. While the handle of the sword was missing, finding it was still incredibly valuable. It gives us a real connection to the Vikings, showing us their craftsmanship and giving us a glimpse into their lives. But this wasn't the only incredible discovery. On July 10th, 2022, a sharp-eyed customer at a gardening-themed restaurant in Lyon noticed some strange indentations in the courtyard. This customer, who was interested in paleontology, thought these might be dinosaur footprints. He contacted Professor Xing Lita from the China University of Geosciences in Beijing for a closer look. After using drones and 3D scanners, Professor Xing and Peng Guangxiao from the Zhang Dinosaur Museum confirmed that these were indeed dinosaur footprints. The team found more than 10 fossilized footprints made by large sauropod dinosaurs, specifically brontosauruses, from the early Cretaceous period, over 100 million years ago. These giant creatures, known for their long necks and tails, were some of the largest animals to ever walk the earth. Finding their footprints in Lyon was rare and reminded everyone of the ancient life that once roamed our planet. Experts think there might be more dinosaur traces in the area and have asked the restaurant to protect the footprints to keep them safe. For the restaurant, this discovery turned their ordinary courtyard into a site of great paleontological interest. It could attract more visitors and tourists who want to see the dinosaur footprints for themselves. If it hadn't been for the observant customer, these precious footprints might have been overlooked and possibly destroyed by human activity. As we keep finding secrets in the ground and sea, let's look at how ancient people used to live and work. The hidden history of the Red Mine. In 2017, Canadian diver Fred DeVos was leading a diving survey in the underwater caves of Quintana Roo, Mexico. During one of his dives, he found an unexplored passage in the cave. Curious and experienced, he decided to check it out. This decision led him to an amazing discovery: a vast network of tunnels and chambers that turned out to be a prehistoric ochre mining complex. This site, now called the Red Mine, is estimated to be between 12,000 and 10,000 years old, making it one of the oldest known mining operations in the Americas. The underwater caves of the Yucatan Peninsula are famous among divers for their beauty and complexity, but many parts remained unexplored until DeVos's discovery. Finding evidence of ancient human activity in these caves has greatly expanded our knowledge of prehistoric civilizations in the Americas. It suggests that these people were capable of complex and organized mining operations much earlier than we thought. The Red Mine shows how ingenious and resourceful these ancient peoples were, using natural resources long before modern civilization. But this wasn't the only time an incredible discovery was made by accident. In 1974, a group of Chinese farmers in need of water during a drought started digging a well in their village. Instead of water, they found what became one of the greatest archaeological discoveries of the 20th century, the Terracotta Army. This accidental find revealed an enormous underground mausoleum complex, covering over 38 square miles. The Terracotta Army was built to accompany the tomb of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China. He had a huge impact on Chinese history and had strong beliefs about the afterlife. He thought he would need protection even after death, so he had over 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots with 520 horses, and 150 cavalry horses made to guard him. Each figure has unique facial expressions, hairstyles, and clothing that reflect their ranks and roles in his real army. These figures were more than just statues. They represented Qin Shi Huang's vision of his eternal rule. They were arranged in battle formation, ready to protect their emperor at any moment. Originally, they were painted in bright colors, but most of the paint has faded over time. However, new technology and research have started to reveal traces of their original colors, giving us a glimpse of how vibrant and lifelike these figures once were. In 1982, a local sponge diver was exploring the waters near the coast of Uluburun, Turkey, when he found something incredible beneath the waves. A shipwreck. This wreck, now known as the Uluburun shipwreck, was discovered between 144 and 171 feet underwater, and is considered one of the most important underwater archaeological discoveries. The ship, believed to be from around 1300 BC, carried a cargo that showed the bustling trade network of ancient times. The Uluburun shipwreck had over 20 tons of cargo from different cultures, showing the wide reach of Bronze Age trade. Some of the notable items were 354 oxide ingots of Cypriot copper, weighing a total of 10 tons, suggesting that Cyprus was a major metal supplier back then. The ship also had the world's oldest intact glass ingots in bright colors like cobalt blue and turquoise, showing the advanced glass-making skills of the time. Other items included ebony logs, ostrich eggshells, ivory, and tortoiseshell. There were also finished goods like Canaanite jewelry, thousands of beads, and a beautiful bronze statuette decorated with gold. But the most fascinating find was a gold scarab with the name of the Egyptian Queen Nefertiti. This artifact not only showed the artistic skills of the time, but also hinted at the political and cultural connections across the Mediterranean. Along with these treasures, the ship had everyday items like tools, weapons, oil lamps, and fishing gear, giving us a look into the daily lives of the crew, likely made up of Canaanite, Cypriot, and Minoan sailors. This mix of luxurious cargo and common goods made the Uluburun shipwreck a treasure trove of historical importance. In Yorkshire, England, restorers working at Calverley Old Hall made an exciting discovery that took them back to the time of Queen Elizabeth I. Under layers of 19th century plaster, they found a hidden room with Tudor wall paintings done in the grotesque style. This type of art, featuring fantastical creatures, strange birds, and ornate vines, was inspired by designs from the Golden House of Roman Emperor Nero and became popular in 16th century England. These paintings, with their bright and detailed illustrations, give us a glimpse into the artistic and cultural world of Tudor England. They have been well preserved, allowing us to see the intricate details and rich colors that have survived over time. Finding these paintings in such an unexpected place shows how historical treasures can be hidden just below the surface, waiting to be found and appreciated today. What do you think? Could the Uluburun shipwreck indicate even broader cultural exchanges than we currently recognize in the Bronze Age? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more.